as we will see the Silas that I've also been hoping to see more of here in response to the Akali. Can be a fun matchup in the early stages too, and it's going to be all about the scaling, I think, here for Live Sandbox in this game. Can obviously do a lot with this Maokai pick early to punish the Varus lane if you can get ahead of the curve on that Lee Sin. There's a lot of damage too with Lee Sin into a Zeri Braum lane. You can kind of get trapped down there with Maokai if he roots you, and then you're just stuck on the bottom side of the map. So you got to be careful about how you want to play this one out.
It's going to be interesting to see how this one does go down. It is a 4-on-4, but Cleaver is isolated. The rest of the team not able to get on in there, as Liv Sandbox are just going to bully him 4v1 and take this Drake, I believe. Yep, they should still get it, as they do have the advantage around this objective. Here we go. Guti is trying to do his best, as Vincenzo is here as well. Cleaver, he has an Oblivion Orb boldly. He's not going to be doing too much damage, so the hook does come in, but take a look at Courage's health bar. He's able to survive, actually, as a massive Gnar is into the wall, but he's alone. As, you know, what happened, Liv Sandbox, to committing heavily to the objective? That didn't quite pan out as their bottom lane went back to bot. That's pretty massive. Both junglers are here, as you can see that Courage would love to drop this Rift Herald, especially for the Lee Sin. It is very annoying to be just carrying this around. You want to use it as fast as possible so you can get rewards back. As another 2v2 fight in the mid lane. This is what I was talking about. They have excellent skirmishing power on the side of Kwangdong Freaks, as they should win that mid 2v2. The bottom fight as well, also going in favor of Kwangdong Freaks. Double kill for Cleaver, and now we do have the Zeri trying to have her moment. She might get a couple of kills, yes she will, but eventually she goes down, and now that's 3 kills onto the Akali. So an Akali moment, a little bit of a Zeri moment, but still very heavily in Kwangdong's favor. They're just kind of playing a calm game and understanding when they can fight.
Cleaver's positioning really good here.
We're going to go in for this one. The ultimate from Vincenzo, very, very nice. They finally take down Courage, but take a look at this Akali. Like, how are you going to do anything against her? Double kill, but now she is alone, as the Gnar ultimate does go into the wall. They did not have Cassante here, and that is going to be a big difference maker from Dahyuk, who is able to clean up the end of that fight. And Dahyuk just going to escort them out of the building like security is. Now the hook is going to go onto the Braum. That's not what you see. Want to see as Andal goes down. And this is a bit of a nasty fight here for Kwangdong. They're just trying to get out. The flash kick does come in out of Courage as he tries to disengage, and they will be able to, but okay, knock up onto the Zeri, but she's just a little bit too scary already with 2 items. TP on top of the Mega Gnar here. Cleaver needs to be careful, as a very nice angle from Dahyuk, and now everybody on Kwangdong once again trying to just run away. The Maokai ult is going to catch the ball, and Braum lines it up as they lined up to avoid the Maokai ult. Everybody is in the Wombo combo chamber, though, as the Akali is popping off, as is Bull. And, I mean, what happens when you stack all the champions? I guess Kwangdong Freaks win. That was not the fight I was expecting. The Akali now has 8 kills, and it turns out the auto-attacking Varus is pretty good if he doesn't take any damage.
Now give me your reasoning. Why you're just saying it's Akali, that's
all
it?
All of your points are great, but I think you're also stuck in LCK mindset. Because when fights are this messy, I think the Akali and the Varus are going to do better. But let's see. Who knows? Honestly, it's hard to tell. As in the backline, you see, in goes Cleaver, but he's alone. Courage didn't go in with him. He immediately gets burst down. And you know what? Liv Sandbox, they get a clean fight this time. And they look pretty good, as meanwhile, Cassante's going 1v5. Not sure about that. Courage and Bull just decided to leave.
He forgot Courage was Lee Sin and not Akali. He's like, oh wait, you can't do anything after this. I mean, I think he dies no matter what, so use your combo, put them low so you can try to stop this Baron. They're zoning Courage out. He just is getting his smite back up, but they're just gonna time him out.
Yeah, he's just... Here we go.
He's got Mega Gnar.
Yeah, this is not really the time to fight. They're just trying to poke, which, again, is not really anybody's game plan in this one. As the skill shots just sailing wide, just waiting this one out. The stolen Akali ultimate. As okay, flash on in once again from Andal. They're trying to fight here with no Mega Gnar, which might work out, but look at Guti in the backline. It is just utter chaos once again. They kill the Zeri though, and that might be the winning moment, but this Silas is just too huge as Guti is trying to do this, trying to carry for himself, and he is level 15, and now he's level 16. This is all the Gucci carry.
35 kill game at 25 minutes. Valdez.
Silas OP.
Silas OP, Silas level 16.
Lighted Jewel, that's right.
That's right.
Chat. Here we go. Looks like Liv Sandbox have had enough. They just want to engage. They got a little bit more. That is a huge ultimate from the Gnar. And take a look at Diablo this time around. He is totally safe.
Gucci in trouble.
Gucci did go a little bit deep. And he is going to get out because he does have that Akali ultimate. This fight is just going kind of insane as Bull is doing insane damage as well as he was protected. But unfortunately, the Zeri is just going to win in these later game fights. They are all incredibly low. And now maybe he's hoping he was poked because, okay, Diablo, he nearly bounce kills Bull.
Yeah, and also
the only one who's left.
The damage from the sapling is like really close to getting him. Probably going to get POG after that play, if they do win this game.
I don't know. Andil, yeah, I think it's Lulu duty for him next game, unfortunately. As now Lancer's going to get caught here. At least the tanks are in the front line. Lancer is pretty unkillable, but at this point, okay, Bull just disappears. Yep, that's going to do it. Liv Sandbox take a massive fight. Can they end the game here with the Baron buff? Looks pretty likely. This one was not your cleanest game of League of Legends. A couple of O2 teams in Challenger League to start, but Liv Sandbox, you know, better comp. They actually were able to play it out. I was expecting even more Challengers craziness, and maybe Kwangdong Freaks would pull ahead, but no, not meant to be. And Liv Sandbox are able to take the win here in Game 1.
That they did. 45 kills in 13 minutes. I mean, there were certainly some clean engages, I would say, on both sides, and we saw some awesome combos and stuff. But I think it was draft diff, actually. Like, usually it isn't. Like, we said this in Challengers a lot, like, draft diff, usually it isn't. But in this case, I think because the game became so chaotic, and when everybody gets fed, because everybody gets a bunch of kills,
yeah,
it just becomes like, all right, well, which fed team is stronger? And
look at the damage numbers. They're so high for everybody.
Yeah, and look at the damage for Zeri, actually less than the damage for Silas and less than the Varus. I still voted for him. I think a lot of people will vote for Guti here. Guti will pick up POG.
What do you think about his hair? 1 to 10.
I give it a solid like 7 to 8.
Yeah, I was going to say 7 just because it's a good style, but there are a lot of Korean men that have the same style as well. It's like the popular style nowadays.
But here's the thing about Guti's hair, because, you know, Showmaker actually recently adopted this style as well.
It's very common.
But I don't think it looks as good on him, no offense to Showmaker, but I think Guti looks like one of the OGs with this kind of part in his hair. Like, it looks like he's been doing this for a while. He's not on the bandwagon. He's a pioneer, I would say.
Okay.
So I'm kind of feeling
nice.
like, I think he pulls it off really well. And I think a lot of people are trying to, but they can't pull it off like he can. Nor are people able to pull off Silas gameplay as proficient.